Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the easiest and fastest way of making gathers. This method of making gathers can be used when you want to make gathers for skirts, board dress, and any other style you want to use gathers for. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and click notification bell to get notified whenever I upload new videos. So this is the material I'll be using for my gathers. I'm using bridal satin because I'll be using this particular gathers for a ball dress. I just decided to share it with us while I do it. So the first thing I'll do is to trim off this edge to make sure that they are straight. I'm going to trim it off and make sure I have a neat edge before I start my gathers. So as you can see, I'm done. The next thing I'm going to do now is to open up my fabric. The width of this fabric is the waist measurement multiplied by 3. So before you start your gathers, you measure the width of your fabric and make sure that is the waist measurement multiplied by 3. Before you also start your gathers, you make sure that you've hemmed the tip of your fabric, or you weave it, whatever you want to do with it, but make sure you've done that before you start your gathers. The next thing I'll do is to mark out 1 inch from the edge of my fabric. I'll measure out 1 inch, and it's from that 1 inch now I will stitch from that 1 inch straight to the end of the other side of my fabric, leaving 1 inch at that side also. So I've gone ahead to make my stitch on 2 lines, and I set my sewing machine to make sure that it's a loose stitch without back stitching. You know, when you are sewing, you back stitch in order to tighten up the stitch, but this one I didn't back stitch, and I left enough thread at the tip of each side of the fabric so that I'll be able to use it for my gathers. So what I'll do now is to go to the end of my stitch, then I'll pick the two thread this way. I'll pick it, then I'll drag it. I'll make sure, be careful about it. You drag it a little by little. You be careful. You make sure you don't drag it too much. Take your time. There's no need of you rushing. You drag, and when you drag, you see it will gather, and when you gather, you push it in. You push them in, and you keep on dragging gently to make sure that your thread don't cut, because if the thread cut, you have to go and stitch all over again. You keep on dragging. When you drag, you push it in, you drag, you push them in, and you see your gathers will form, and if you check it, your gathers will be equal. And when you drag one side and you notice that the place is becoming too tight and you don't want to cut your thread, you can go to the other end and also you drag carefully and you push it in just to make sure your thread don't cut. As you can see, after I'm done, my 1 inch that I left for my zipper allowance is still on ground. So it's better, even though you're not going to add zipper to your gathers, you're going to stitch to close your gathers. So it's good you leave 1 inch. And after that, after my gathers is ready, I measured my waist, and the round waist is now exactly the same round waist, the actual round waist. After you gather, we multiply it by 3. After gathering, I'll get my round waist measurement. So after that, I'm going to trim the tip of my fabric. As you can see, guys, my gathers is gathering. So this is how to make your gathers, and if you take your time to do it, you will get the same result. Your thread won't cut and everything will look so beautiful. Like I said earlier, I'll be using these gathers for a ball dress. So I'm going to drop the video or the short clip on my YouTube shorts when the dress is ready for you to see. So subscribe and click notification bell to get notified whenever I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.